Want help to grow your business? Download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi, I'm Dale Beaumont and welcome to another episode of Secrets Exposed. This is the show that takes you up close and personal with world-leading business experts. And our topic for this interview is how I generated 500,000 followers on Instagram. That coming up in just a moment. My special guest today is Instagram expert Peter Bone, and our topic is how I generated over 500,000 followers on Instagram. Peter, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
Now, we've already had a chat and you've agreed that you're going to be an open book during this interview and you're going to share as much as you can about how you actually did it. You're going to give away all of your secrets, which is really great. Now, 500,000 people, that's a big number.
Yeah.
First of all, what period of time was that generated over, just to give people, an understanding? And it certainly wasn't an overnight success.
No, just under 2 years.
Under 2 years,
Yeah,
but still very, very rapid in terms
absolutely.
of growth, which is extremely exciting. It certainly shows how great the platform of Instagram is.
Yeah.
Now, we've done another interview where you went through all of the basics of Instagram, which we're not going to cover right now, what the platform is, how to get started with a platform, how do you actually set up your account, how do you choose your name, hashtags, that whole thing. So this is the intermediate to advanced user guide to Instagram as a platform. So let's start with a big question. How are you able to do it? How did you generate over 500,000 followers?
It's a question I get asked a lot. I've got a fair idea. Well, to be honest, it's time. It does take a lot of time. It does seem quick when you say 2 years, and it's quick in that respect. But you do need time every single day. It's that consistency, not only of your posting, but also your content. It's knowing your audience, know who you're targeting, and know who your ideal follower is, so you can target them. And quality, visual quality and content quality.
All right, well, we're going to go through all of that in a lot more detail and explain exactly how you do your marketing as well, and how do you actually turn this interest into actually business as well. So first, I want to ask you the question around, let's talk about what inspired you to get started. Let's start right at the beginning. So you weren't an Instagram user 2 years ago, but you decided, you know what, I'm going to get on this platform. What inspired you to jump on it, and what was the name of your account, and still is the name of your account, and what was your idea behind it in the first place?
Great. My dad was diagnosed with cancer in late 2013. I went to Inspirational Quotes as a way to help me through it. And I was loving these quotes so much, I'd go to a cafe and in my lunch break, being a teacher, and I would look up some quotes and just got inspired by them. Now I thought, Instagram, maybe that has some quotes. I found a couple on there, and I thought, is there a bigger community out here who could get inspired like myself with quotes? Then I thought, let's just set one up. Boom, action, in that cafe shop. And I was signing myself up, looking for a name. Quotes obviously is taken, all those big names were taken. I thought, what do I want people to do? I want people to do things that they didn't think they could do. They didn't have the capacity to. I wanted people to achieve, the impossible. So I thought, let's try that name. And then, so it's meant to be the name, boom.
Achieve the Impossible.
Achieve the Impossible.
You can find it on Instagram right now. And so you didn't have these grand plans to conquer the world or make millions of dollars to begin with.
No.
So you set it up as a way to inspire other people by sharing inspirational quotes.
Absolutely, that was the 100% passion behind it. It was really just finding other people who was inspired by what I got inspired by. And I think because that was my passion,
pure intent,
and my pure intent behind it, that has fueled me through, and it still fuels me through to this day. I need to always make sure that that's the key reason for what I'm doing, based on the account. Now it is larger, now that it is making an income, I always need to make sure that I'm still staying true to that core and those values that I first started Achieve the Impossible with.
Okay, and we'll talk about that monetization later on, about how you actually make money from it right now. But just to continue, so you started out, and what did you put up at the beginning? What were your first posts
Some
like?
of the ugliest posts I've ever seen, to be honest.
Which gives people hope. They
Absolutely.
just got to start somewhere.
Oh, I look back on some of my early posts and I just cringe. They're awful, awful, awful. Don't scroll all the way back down, please.
So Instagram is a visual medium. So did you put up photos with quotes over the top? Like, what did they look like?
Yeah, absolutely. I downloaded an app, and an app that was popular when I started 2 years ago. And yeah, had a photo and just put a quote over top of it, one of my favourite quotes. And
where'd you find these quotes? You just find them online and you just cut and paste them onto
for me
the photo?
personally, I'm everything about quotes. So I'm reading books, I'm watching videos, I'll always write quotes. And yeah, I don't know, I've just got a mental database of quotes, websites, everything. So I just have these quotes, and yeah, the ones that inspire me, I started putting up on Achieve the Impossible, hoping that other people would like them, maybe comment on it and how much it inspired them, and hopefully give me a follow so they can subscribe to all the other posts I'll put up.
All right, now before we go any further, people may be thinking, okay, I can see now why it's become so popular, because success quotes are kind of popular in themselves. But there are people that have developed following like yours of hundreds of thousands of people, even millions of followers, and they are business owners and they have traditional style businesses and they're not posting success quotes. So I just want to give people kind of hope that it's not the actual what you're doing that's making it successful. It's really how you're doing it, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. But you've seen, like, I know there's the 30-day green smoothies, which is, I think it's called, is it called Easy Green Smoothies or something along those lines? It's become very, very popular now, and many other businesses that are using Instagram successfully.
Absolutely.
Do you know any businesses that are using it that have done well?
There are a few that I know. Frank Body Scrubs have done really, really well on Instagram. So the way that started was a couple of years ago. Someone went in and asked the coffee shop owner for coffee grounds to exfoliate their skin. And then Frank was started, and they use minerals and things like that with coffee scrubs. Don't know too much about it, but I know their page is in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions by now. And it's taken off, it's gone viral, and their whole page promotes.
So they're selling a body scrub?
A body scrub.
Okay, and they're not doing any success quotes?
No, no
okay.
success.
So it's not about what you're actually doing, it's how you're doing it that
Absolutely
counts.
right, yeah.
All right, so let's continue, and let's now talk about, we talked about what you did in the early days, which you said that you look back on and cringe. When did you sort of start getting into a bit of a rhythm, and did it grow really slowly, or did it instantly take off like a rocket? What was that growth like?
Yeah, that growth in the early days was slow and it was painful. Put no pretty stuff about it. It did take time, but because I was passionate about it, that time was just
you weren't counting the days. You weren't kind of going, oh, it should be working by now.
Exactly. And not. I had a target every single day of how many followers that I'd like to get.
Tell us about that.
So I started off in the very, very early days. This is when I had 0. I thought, right, today, Pete, you're going to get 10 new followers, and you're not going to sleep at night until you've hit those 10. And what I did is I would go on and I'd think, right, who would be my ideal follower? I'm not wasting time hashtagging dogs to find, and hopefully those people like inspirational quotes. I'm hashtagging inspiration, I'm hashtagging motivation to find what other posts people are putting up and people are commenting on for those kind of success quotes, because I know that they will love my quotes as well. So I had my posts on Achieve the Impossible ready to go and getting those followers in. And every single day I got those 10 followers. Sometimes it would take 2 hours at night. I'd put my headphones in, I'd put a great playlist on, little pump up playlist before I went to bed, and I'd just comment on other photos, on other hashtags, and interact with people, hoping that they'd like my quotes and follow me.
Okay. So
and
this is really important. So there's a few tips in that. One of them is obviously having a goal about how many every single day, and then following through on that. And then if you wanted to get more, you were saying you were liking other things, you were using obviously certain hashtags, you were commenting on other people's stuff so they notice you.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of those strategies.
This is the advanced things. A lot of people think, just like all their photos, or like a whole bunch of photos within the hashtag to get noticed. The thing is, those likes Everyone else is going to that hashtag and liking as well. At this stage in Instagram, it's become so common that you need to differentiate yourself, right? So likes just aren't cutting it anymore. Your likes get flooded and lost in the myriad of other likes that photo gets. However, a comment has so much more power.
It stands out, right?
Totally. So you might get one comment per 100 likes. It takes not that much longer to write a quick comment with a couple of little emoticons or something like that to make it visually appealing. The cool thing about that comment is that the owner of the account who's posted that post will notice you, as well as all the other people who are seeing that post. Instagram limit it to 3 comments displayed at any one time, so show the last 3, maybe 4 latest comments, and so your comment will be visible to all the people who see the post until more comments come after that.
So it's like all social media platforms, it's got to be a conversation.
Absolutely.
Not just putting up your stuff. You actually got to show that you care, follow other people in the community as well, and provide useful, comments and feedback and suggestions where appropriate.
And you'll see what kind of comments work. I've seen some comments, blatant sales comments. Hey, you're absolutely going to love my stuff. Quickly sign up here and do this. Those comments are very transparent in terms of people see right through them and think, oh, you're just after my business.
And oftentimes the owner just deletes them, right?
Absolutely, yeah. However, a meaningful comment, that's not too in-depth or personal. You don't have to write a paragraph.
Explain what a meaningful comment could be, and do you actually put in any form of pitch, or do you just literally provide a comment without any promotion?
For me, if it was one of my friends, I would like a comment that has something as short, sharp, but meaningful. So that's what I thought that I would do to the people who I'm trying to get to follow me. So I'll put on a short, sharp comment, maybe even use their name in it, especially if their name wasn't their display name, if they had a different name. That means you've clicked on their bio, you've seen, oh, their name's Renee, for example. Hey, Renee, good luck with your exam coming up, if it was a quote about or post about her studying for an exam. And oh my gosh, I need this inspirational quote so much because I'm studying for this exam. You'd write, hey, good luck with your exam, Renee, hope it goes well. I've done that one personally. I saw someone have an exam and thought, oh, I need this quote.
You got to imagine if that person was in front of you.
Exactly
what
right.
would you say to them?
Yeah. And I said, hey, all the best with the exam. I love this quote. It's one of my faves.
Super hard.
And then within 10 seconds, obviously she wasn't studying too hard because she was on Instagram. Within 10 seconds, she was following me. And it was that personal, I met her on the level that she was at. And that really stood out to her.
Okay, so you're in your bedroom, you had your goal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep until I get at least 10 likes. So
10 follows.
10 follows,
yeah.
Yep. So you're commenting on people and you're using certain hashtags and things like that. And you were obviously achieving that every day, or otherwise you would actually still be awake.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and so when did it start to take off?
Yeah. So those 10 follower targets increased as it became easier. It's way too easy to think, oh, just stick with 10 a day. And if you're getting 8 organically, meaning people are seeing your account from the people they follow that are liking yours, if you're getting things like that, up the follower, up your goals. Definitely increase your capacity in terms of that.
To continue enjoying this presentation, download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.